The second. So, aloha everyone. Welcome. My name is Laurie, and I am one of the co owners with Satori Family Wellness Center. I am also, by training, a licensed psychologist, and I'm honored to be with you to share some wisdom and provide an opportunity for us to be in the Tao calligraphy field to receive some love and light and move forward on our wellness journey. And today, what I thought that we would work on is we're going to do a check-in as to seeing how we are doing. And many of you who have been with us before or have been in some of the self-care sessions are familiar with this, but this will help our awareness as to where we are. Maybe you can also think about what it is that you want to work on tonight or what area, because our topic will be stress management, and we'll find a little bit more about that and see how the Tao calligraphy field and a meditation can really help us in this area. Okay, and then we'll end with some next steps um, and see if you have any questions. So let us get going. So let us just take this time at this moment to maybe close your eyes, take a nice breath in, and do a check in with yourself. Okay. Notice how your thoughts are. Are they on the positive side or negative side? How about your emotions? Are you feeling comfortable, happy, peaceful? Or are you feeling some of that stress or feeling overwhelmed or irritable, unhappy, anything in between? And relax and notice your body. How is your body feeling? Is your body feeling comfortable, pain-free? Or are you experiencing some fatigue or some pain, some headaches, some rashes, or any other discomfort? And allow yourself to maybe reflect on the actions and behaviors, recently in the past week. And have you noticed that you are able to do maybe more kind, compassionate, helpful, caring behaviors, allowing yourself, seeing yourself productive or moving towards goals? Or maybe some behaviors that have been resistant or avoidant, or maybe used an unpleasant tone of voice with certain people, or had uh, behaviors or actions, maybe forgetful behavior, or you know, um, hostile or feeling, unpleasant communications, right? So just noticing, and I want you to notice again without judgment. Okay, we're not attached. We're not gonna, judge ourselves or attack ourselves or attach to any place that we're in. We're here to just monitor where you are, because as we talk more, you're continue to find out how awareness is so important in moving forward in wherever, in your healing, your transformation, your wellness journey. Okay. So you might want to write down a number two from 0 to 10, where you feel you are in terms of, um, stress or discomfort. Because as we talk about what stress is, stress may not necessarily be negative. Okay. So we want to not judge stress as well, because stress is really a natural human response to any type of pressure or tension. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And stress can affect every system of our body, including how we feel and how we behave. The gauges that we talked about, the thoughts, emotions, um, body, and behavior. And stress can contribute to our and one's psychological and physiological conditions, which then affects our mental health, our physical health, our spiritual health, right? Many of us are, spiritual beings, and our quality of life. Okay. So I wanted to review, or not review, or maybe share, if some of you are not familiar with this, that there are stress that can be organized in many different categories. But today I thought I'd talk about what some may consider positive stress. So these are stress that are maybe small bursts of stress that are manageable. So it could be kind of acute, intermittent, but with a moderate intensity that can produce stress resilience. So this can kind of make us stronger. This is like exercise. It could be things like people who do saunas, cold plunges, things like that. You have a bit of stress on your body, and then you get a time to recover and relax. And this is really good, can be very good for growth. It can have anti-aging, um, you know, um, progress there. There's some research on that. And this is where you can think like, my stress is helping me perform my best, like how is it helping me and serving me? So there's a positive way that you can think about stress. What we might consider negative stress or toxic stress is when stress is prolonged, it's unmanaged, and it's in an excessive form that can be considered chronic, and you don't have enough time for restoration and recovery of that chronic stress. It's just like one after the other, and it wears and tears on your body, right? And this can accelerate our biological aging process. And there's a wonderful stress scientist, as she might say. She's a psychologist and a professor, um, Alyssa um, Appel, Apple, I believe she pronounces it. I think she's at US or UCSF, one of the universities there, that does some research on this type of things, as well as she does it with like longevity, anti-aging qualities as well. So she has some great books out there. And one of the things that, when I was really looking as to what I wanted to present, and one of the psychologists that I really like, Dr. Hansen, Rick Hansen, when he was talking also about, and they have a great podcast, or video that you can watch with the both of them, and Rick Hansen's son, it's his podcast, is about stressors and versus our stress response. So once we understand that stressors are experiences that trigger a stress reaction, and it could be people, places, situations, events, and stressors are naturally occurring in our lives, right? There's always a situation that happens. I often will tell my clients, yes, life happens, right? Because there's always something that comes up, right? But it is a stress response, and the stress response refers to our physiological and psychological changes that happen in your body as a result of stress. But it can be, how do we respond? Because when we respond, when our stress response is turned on, it can release substances like adrenaline, cortisol, can increase heart rate, blood pressure, provide boosting energy levels. And this can be okay to a point, right? To provide, like, as we mentioned, the positive or hormetic stress, or it can turn into a negative stress where it's more chronic and does not provide your body time to recover. And we can develop ways to deal with stress. So we can have a response to the stress that can be much more positive and healing. And so the importance of learning, various stress management techniques and, reviewing them every so often is like it gives you a range of tools to reset, restore, and to recalibrate your system. Okay. It can help your mind, body, spirit, and adapt. It can provide resilience, as I mentioned, with like the positive stress, hormetic stress. Okay. And because over time, chronic stress, as we mentioned, as some of you may know, can lead to more serious health problems, can wear and tear our regulatory systems in our body. It can wear out some cellular resistance to, aging and our cells' ability to clean up and restore the cells so they can go on and divide healthily and replenish itself, right? The natural process that our bodies can do. And so it's so valuable to learn helpful and effective stress management techniques. And so, as we did our check in earlier, I just kind of want you to kind of be aware and notice maybe in yourself or in others that you know, maybe signs that they can be moving from stress levels that can be affecting their bodies and lead to that wear and tear. Okay. And these may be some psychological, as well as some physical stressors, such as it could be like anxiety or panic attacks, or a feeling of being constantly pressured, hassled, and worried. I remember my first kind of real professional job. I was only about 20 something, right? My early 20s, early to mid 20s. And I remember having this feeling. I always felt like, oh my God, I have to do something. And actually, they have some research that usually younger, adults are feeling more and more stressed, right? Whereas, the older adults have some experience and wisdom. Maybe we've gone through it ourselves, so we can manage a bit more. We've developed some stress management techniques, but we can always learn more, as I am as well. You might also experience irritability or moodiness. It could be physical symptoms, right? Or an exacerbation of physical symptoms such as pain in stomach, headaches, chest pains. Could be allergic reactions. I remember one of the reasons why I really got into the topic of stress and wanted to learn more about stress management was that in college I broke out in a rash and I wasn't aware that I was stressed, but my body told me I was stressed and I had to go to the doctor who told me it's stress related. I'm like, what? I was just going on, surviving grad school. Um, but apparently it was a bit too much and my body, you know, uh, let me know about it. Okay. You may have problems sleeping. You may be engaging in like behaviors, some like smoking, overeating, self-medicating behaviors. And it's not just like medication, drugs, or drinking. It can be like that, as I mentioned in some of the others. Um, it could be like numbing yourself out by just watching Netflix all day, right? Or using your screen and just kind of binging on certain things. Sometimes that is signs of overload, and you're trying to decrease your stress, but the increased stress screen time may not necessarily be having that positive effect as we may like, right? We might also be having some sadness or depression. Okay, so these are just some signs, and just kind of notice, if you have experienced that or are experiencing that, and this would be a great time, or even if you want to maybe prevent, you have some concerns that I don't want to get to the point that I'm always irritable or I'm getting panicky, right? So some stress management techniques that I've found that is Alyssa Pell kind of mentions, and she has a book called, what's it called? The Stress Prescription. Um, and she kind of breaks it down into several areas. And one area is this top-down strategies. And these could be strength, mindset-based strategies. It's developing this robust mindset that you have good awareness, which is why I often will do an awareness activity in my sessions, as well as developing this positive thought beliefs that kind of can move you forward, get you through the stressors, right? That naturally occur in life. Okay. And this can be using in positive mantras. And we have a calligraphy, right? Da'ai, or greatest love. And that can be, you can be utilizing these things as your so-called like stress shield. So research has shown that these positive thoughts, these sayings can actually serve you well. The other category is body up strategies. And these may be using the body to move to more positive states. It could be to move to more positive mind states. And these could be, as I mentioned, some of the hormetic strategies where you might, it could be like exercise. It could be like the saunas, getting your body heated up and then cooling down, or going to the deep cold plunges, things like that. But it could also be where you're allowing your body to relax and get to a space that it feels safe to relax and calm, right? And it's to move to a more restorative space. And you can do this with like Tao Calligraphy Tai Chi or Tao Calligraphy tracing. You're moving the body, but with that positive message, you're also using your awareness, your positive thoughts. This can also relax you, right? And allow your body some time to restore and rejuvenate. The third is some environmental strategies, or what she calls some creating safe spaces, or changing the environment, changing up the environment, I think she says. And basically it's you are changing the environment to reduce maybe some of the stress triggers that you might feel or that you're experiencing, right? So it could be many different things, such as, like using fragrances in your home, or, going to the beach or the mountains, foresting, they call it, the environment, very, Mother Nature has very, negative ions that can create a safe space and that you can relax. We will be using our Tao Calligraphy field to kind of create that. So for those of you who are new, and if there are anyone here who is new, please, let me know in the chat and we can review what Tao Calligraphy is, Tao Calligraphy field. And just checking the time. Well, at this time, I think I'm going to share our video on Dr. Master Shah, and also about Tao Calligraphy. So we get an idea, and we can kind of fit in why Tao Calligraphy can be very helpful in creating this stress relaxation response. Okay, so, and many of you I know have watched this many times, and allow yourself to practice this positive thinking. So instead of saying, oh no, I saw it already, I'm going to tune out. Allow yourself to connect and maybe say, oh, it's another opportunity to connect with positive messages, to connect with the wisdom that I can, utilize for my own health and well-being. Because I've watched it many, many, many times. And every time I see our teacher, Dr. Master Shah, I smile, right? Smiling has a very wonderful effect on our bodies. And I just feel good. So allow yourself to also experience this again, even though you've watched it before.
Millions of people meditate. Positive thinking and a special healing mantra or healing song, wonderful. But I think mind over matter is not enough. The next step is soul over matter. Soul over matter, soulfulness means our soul can make things happen.
Master Zhigong Sha studied to be a medical doctor in Western medicine from China. Through this journey, he came to learn of a 5,000-year-old practice in traditional Chinese medicine. This revolutionized both his practice and his healing gifts. This is his story.
When I was in a medical college, Xi'an Medical College, one time I think at the restaurant, the meat spoiled. Then I took it, then I have vomiting, diarrhea, and my intestine cramped. Then midnight, I went to emergency. They give me injection in modern medicine. Nothing works. Ayo, pain. I drink water, pull through out. I have a classmate. He is the traditional Chinese medicine lineage family, but he studied modern medicine as me, classmate. And he came down to my room. He said, lie down. I lie down, lie on the stomach. And he put his hands on my inner thigh and also my lower back. And he said, relax. Then he moved the finger, moved my tendon. I was shouting, wow, very painful, very forceful, move my tendon. And then he said, drink the water. I said, I cannot drink anything. He said, big bowl of water, drink it. I drink it. I drink it. I was totally okay. I have such a deep impression. I said, wow, Chinese medicine, 5,000 years history. There must be something.
This experience, along with many more, changed Master Sha's trajectory from studying strictly Western medicine to also studying traditional Chinese medicine. He received his MD degree in Western medicine from China. He also became a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture. As a lifelong student of ancient Chinese wisdom, Master Sha has come to learn this one eternal truth.
Millions of people in China know these three words, Shen, Qi, Jing. But I have realized Shen, Qi, Jing is more than people understand.
In traditional Chinese medicine, Shen, Qi, Jing are known as the three jewels or three treasures. Shen is the soul, Qi is energy, and Jing is essence or matter. Master Sha has learned and further teaches that everything and everyone is made up of soul, heart, mind, energy, and matter. Or in other words, we are all made up of Shen, Qi, Jing.
During my study through the whole life, I have realized Shen, Qi, Jing is a universal law. Everyone, everything is made of Shen, Qi, Jing. Shen includes soul, heart, and mind. So in spiritual realm, soul is the spirit. But in quantum physics and Tao science, soul is information. They are the same. Millions of people believe here, soul and spirit. Millions of people believe scientific way. But in fact, they are the same. Information is your soul. So therefore, this is like an information system we share with humanity in Tao science.
To further explain, the soul is the warehouse where information is stored. Our heart is the receiver, which transmits the information to the mind. Our mind is the processor or interpreter of the information received. Our mind, in turn, directs the energy and initiates actions. This energy, or qi, dictates the actions of matter. Matter, known as Jing, can be defined as our physical body, physical environment, and physical circumstances. Knowing this, both the positive and negative information we consume play a crucial role in the outcome of our lives.
Positive information causes great result for health, relationship, finances. If you connect with negative information, you are affected. We do Tao Calligraphy. We connect with the source. This is a positive information.
Tao Calligraphy is a revolutionary healing art based on an ancient form of one-stroke calligraphy, ibitsu, which he learned from the soul lineage holder, Professor Li Chu Yun. Master Sha further developed this oneness writing to create a powerful vibrational field that carries the positive messages of Tao's source, such as the greatest love, forgiveness, harmony, flourishing, and more. Through this, we can transform negative information and energy in our own vibrational field by absorbing the positive information and energy generated through tracing of Tao calligraphy. This can result in positive changes and profound healing in our lives, as has been the case for hundreds of thousands of people whom Master Sha has served.
Tao calligraphy creates source healing field that can serve all life. including health, relationship, and finances.
So I always love watching that and, thinking about Tao calligraphy and the Tao calligraphy field, right? And integrating some of the research wisdom about stress and stress management. I feel personally that it is a wonderful fit, right? What Tao Science and Master Sha teaches, I feel that research can support. There is some growing research that from the Sha Research Foundation about how the Tao calligraphies can be very helpful. And actually, before I forget, there is an ongoing study about the effects of Tao calligraphy and energized water on depression. So if you do have anyone who has depression that may be interested in that study, let us know because our Satori Family Wellness team is honored to be a part of serving on that research project. So let us, continue to connect with the field and allow yourself to think about what it is that you want to work on. Maybe that's the stress area. And if you want to maybe write down or if you have any questions about, what we presented about Master Shot, the Tao calligraphy field, some of the stress um, information and techniques. And we reviewed this. I apologize. A lot has been reviewed in the video. And so I will just review really briefly. So all of the Tao calligraphies that we will connect with today has these positive messages. And you can say it in Chinese if you know Chinese and would like to use it, or you could say it in English. Okay. And any of these, as we talked about stress, and they're talking about you're creating like a stress shield or like a positive statement that can make you feel better when in times of stress, right? So Master Sha talks about mantras all the time, right? This mantra, and we have so many mantras. So that can be, you can choose a mantra to be your stress shield or stress statement. And so today I thought that what we'll use we have all of these 10 qualities that you could use. And we have these set of calligraphies. One is Da'ai, or greatest love. And the wisdom behind Da'ai, or greatest love, is love melts all blockages. Love melts all blockages, right? So when you're in a stressful situation, you can think, okay, I'm feeling this heaviness. Okay, greatest love, love melts all blockages, and imagining, visualizing that release of the blockages as you connect with this mantra. Okay. It could also be Da Kuan Shu, greatest forgiveness, that brings inner joy and inner peace. So maybe you're feeling quite stressed, overwhelmed, and you want some joy and peace. You're noticing that you haven't felt that for a while, and you really want to cultivate that and allow that positive messages to restore and rejuvenate you, right? And allow yourself to recover. So Da Kuan Shu, or greatest forgiveness, could be your statement. You could also use this: forgiveness brings inner joy, inner peace. Forgiveness brings inner joy, inner peace. Or just greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness, greatest forgiveness. Or Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu, Da Kuan Shu. Okay. So as I'm mentioning, we did Da'ai, Da Kuan Shu, or greatest forgiveness. Notice which ones resonate with you. I'm going to review 3, and you can choose one of them that you feel resonates with you. So this is part of you developing your awareness, checking in to see what your body likes and what your mind is and your heart is responding to, your soul is responding to. Okay. So welcome those who are joining. Again, we had Da'ai, greatest love, Daquan Shu, greatest forgiveness. And the third is Da He Shi, greatest harmony. And the wisdom of greatest harmony is the secret of success. Maybe you're working on some projects or you have some things and you are feeling stressed about, feeling successful or wanting to be successful. Greatest harmony, right? Da He Shi. And as we, and so the practice, one is again the stress shield statement with the positive mantra, which can help us develop a strong mindset that when stressors occur, we can be aware of it and we can have a stress, we can respond to the stressor or stress response that can actually help us grow, learn, be resilient, right? Because we all will experience stressors. Our bodies will possibly receive it. But if we allow ourselves that time to recover, we become stronger, we develop more resilience. So in the Tao Calligraphy field, here are the three. You might want to connect with one of them that resonates with you and your stress concern or what you're wanting to work on. And let's just start by just noticing how our bodies feel. And we're just going to kind of connect. So this part is that we are going to, changing up the environment. This being in the Tao calligraphy field, as you watched in the video with Master Sha, Dr. Master Sha, is that it carries high frequency and vibrations. So even though you're in a place that can feel stressful, whether work, if you're traveling, when I go traveling on the plane, I have tended to get motion sickness. So that can feel like a stress experience for me. But I will bring my calligraphy cards. I will download some of these sessions, these wellness sessions or love, peace, harmony sessions where I'm able to access the love or the Tao calligraphy field. And it changes my environment, right? I might be in the plane, but my whole environment changes. And the way I think about it, I feel much more relaxed. I've already experienced great results with the Tao calligraphy field, so I know it works for me. And for those of us who really believe in that frequency and vibration, that high level frequency, vibration, and positive message, we are creating that field around us, right? And I like experimenting with things. So I have done that. I might watch another video, like how you can watch movies, but I can immediately feel that shift of that frequency and vibration. And sometimes I can feel my symptoms coming back, right? And then I turn back on the field, I connect, meditate, and a lot of the symptoms, the nausea or release, right? So for me, this truly works wondrously, So let us take this time to connect with the field. And for the movement, right? So some of us may be experiencing some things. We might have a lot of thoughts in our minds and stressors that even though we want to calm down, it may be challenging. And what I find with the Tao calligraphy, if we're moving our bodies, right? And when we're tracing, it can naturally, it starts to kind of slow down my mind and allow me to refocus on the positive messages. One of the signs I know that when I'm in the field and I'm a bit stressed or rushed, the speed of my tracing speeds up. I'm like tracing really fast because I have so much energy. So I'm just tracing really quickly. And once I'm aware that I'm tracing really quickly, I will consciously work to calm down and trace slowly. I also will engage in the visualization and the different power techniques that some of you are aware of, and I will review more later. So let's get started and let's just kind of connect with the field. And those of you, some of you are really familiar with the power techniques. The soul power technique is just by connecting with the field. You can do like a connection, just saying like, dear the field, please support me in my request. The body power, or what we'll use right now, would be the tracing power. Okay, so you can either use your 5 fingers, okay, or you can use your lower abdomen area, okay, and you can imagine like there's this ball of light in your lower abdomen, and as you are moving your lower abdomen, that it's when you're moving from that lower abdomen. So for me, I really like that lower abdomen movement. It grounds me and centers me, and it also gets me moving, kind of like loosening up my hips and my muscles. So we will start with, and for those of you who are feeling like I'm quite tired, I don't want to move, it's kind of almost bedtime, it's fine. You can also trace with your eyes. You can just relax, close your eyes, and just meditate to receive and focus on maybe the mind power, which is imagining this light coming in, right? The researcher, Dr. Apple, talks about really using the self-fulfilling prophecy. They found that, it's can be very effective. We believe it's real, but even if you imagine, your mind can really create the benefits for you as well. So when you are connected, you can imagine this beautiful, transformative, healing, rejuvenating, restoring light, right? With stress, our bodies needs to heal, to restore, rejuvenate. So this is the imagery that you can get. Oh, that light is restoring me. So I'm developing resilience. So maybe some of you had what you might feel is a stressful day. It's like, wonderful. Now my body got an opportunity to be stressed, to be pushed a little bit, right? Which is actually can be helpful, like with exercise. Athletes use those kind of like interval training things, that they burst of energy and then they recover, right? Burst of energy, slow down, right? So this is your time to slow down, and you need to have it on a regular basis, daily basis at least. Okay, so for those of you who want to trace or connect with the greatest love, you're making greatest love, or Da'ai, your stress statement. I'm going to be tracing for those of you who want to trace in the way that we trace. Usually the circle, we can start from the bottom or the top, but we do it 3 times. And as I'm tracing, I'm imagining I'm really connecting to the Tao, the source, where it's such a high frequency, power, love, and light. Okay? And we do it 3 times, and we can just think, the Tao, source. We're activating, we're connecting with this positive information, positive high frequency vibration. Okay. And just by me thinking that and saying that, I can feel like my body feeling excited. Okay. And then we can just follow the pathway, and don't worry too much about following it exactly, but I will show you. If you're not quite sure, don't worry about it. You just want to connect with it. So this is greatest love, Da'ai. We have the dots. We have the roof. And then this is like the heart area. Imagine the light of the heart. And when I'm tracing, even though it is in black, I like to imagine that it is beautiful golden or rainbow light coming to you, okay? And then we just finish up with the top, okay? So for those of you who are tracing the eye, you can continue to trace the eye. Imagine that the field goes around 360 degrees above and below you, around you. For those of you who are saying, my stress shield, my positive mantra, my statement is, I want it to be Dakwan Shu. Greatest forgiveness brings inner joy, inner peace. Wonderful. It is the calligraphy to our left. Okay, again, we can start 3 times. So I have the white arrow you can follow, and again, down, feeling that Tao, the source light, or whatever you believe in. Allow yourself to stay, connected to your spiritual beliefs. Okay, we are not trying to change anyone's belief. We're just wanting to bring some love, light, and wisdom and support. And if you are open to it, wonderful. Now we're doing Da, right? The first character means greatest. This is a connecting stroke. And this is Quan. So we're doing a roof of the Quan, going up. You can't see it, but there's a loop there. Going down, again, straight line across, going up. You're making 2 lines to go down. Okay. And then we're making this container below, looping up, going down, looping up slightly and going down, making a hook stroke. This is connector to shoe, dark one, and this is shoe. Down, up, down, up, down, down, and then the heart. Good. And you can end all the way up there. Okay, and let's do the last one here. Da Hershey again. Connect. For those of you who resonate with greatest harmony. So a lot of times when we're in stress, things may not feel harmonized in our bodies. We're not allowing ourselves time to balance, to center, to ground. Enough time for our bodies, our cells, our organs, our tissues to recover, to restore. So greatest harmony can be a wonderful mantra or stress shield to allow you to feel the light and to really feel and imagine, visualize your body, your cells recovering, harmonizing all of your systems, your organs, your cell units, RNA, DNA, smallest tiny matter, and the spaces in between. Okay, greatest harmony, secret of success. So having a successful recovery of any stressors you might experience, successful project, successful health transformation. Okay, so allow yourself to relax. Okay. I will be playing some music, and the CD I have on is actually Dakwan Shu. Okay. So since it's already in there, I'm going to play that one. Okay. And the music is another way that you can change your environment, right? When you're stressed. So many of you already use that. We tend to use music that we believe carries this positive messages, high frequencies and vibrations as well. So with the calligraphy in our environment, with the music, Some of you also have, I have one of the Tao essential oils here, Greatest Forgiveness, right here too. I can connect with that as well. But these are things to change up your environment, allow ourselves to increase our light field. So allow yourself time feeling that light. You are inside Tao Source Light. Tao Source Light is inside you. Your whole body is clear.
I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. I forgive you, you forgive me. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. Love, peace, harmony. 我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐，相爱平安和谐。我原谅你，你原谅我，相爱平安和
So continue to relax and notice just with these few moments connecting with the field. Notice how your body is feeling. Notice how your thoughts are. Emotions. And I'd love for you to share any experience that you have just by this short practice in connecting with the field. Maybe you can share what your initial stress level were or what you were working on in terms of your distress, and seeing what happens after this connection with the field. And also don't be afraid to also share if there was an elevation of symptoms. My headache started coming up when I started tracing, knowing that I have some things to clear in that head area, and that maybe I just need to ground and eat since I didn't eat for a while. And let me check. So wonderful. Let me check some of the comments. Okay, so Mercedes shared, my one way of stress defense is I'll cross the bridge when I get there. But of course, I have at least prepared some options and solutions before. I'm not saying it applies every time, just my way. Wonderful, Mercedes. So Mercedes has her strategies that when she's feeling that stress, it's like, okay, I'll cross the bridge, or and I've planned, she might reassure herself like, oh, I have some options, and I will, like, she stops herself from worrying, and so she can still kind of move forward and kind of de-stress. So great, Mercedes. It's wonderful. Mom, did you want to share something?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay. Because I do have some tasks that I need to complete before the end of the week, um, it creates a little stress. But as you're talking and saying to choose one of those Tao calligraphies to trace, as I was tracing, and as you said, I felt something like I was doing it with my 5 fingers together. But as soon as the music started, my body just started to relax, and I just started to feel really good. And then as it moved on to the really joyful part, I really felt like, hey, there's nothing to stress about. That's exactly how I felt. So thank you. I'm feeling really good. No
Oh,
stress.
wonderful. Thank you so much, Mom. And that's one of the beautiful things I really love about the Tao calligraphy field, right? Is that as you're moving as you're even moving your hands or meditating, the frequency and vibration, some of the things that uh, the positive information comes out, clears it, and it naturally shifts to one that a more positive statement. So, Mom could use even that statement as her stress shield, like, oh, I don't have anything to worry about. And she can remember the time being in the field is like, yeah, I don't need to worry about it. It's all good. And also, this presentations, preparing for things, like even, I'm preparing for today, and we're going to have so for those of you who want to join us again on Maui, we're going to have a public thing for stress management that our Satori Family Wellness team will present with the Love, Peace, Harmony field. And this burst of stress can, we will, because we have to work, we have to think, but you can change it positively. Like, so I get excited. So every time I think I'm feeling that stress of, oh, I have to do this, I'm thinking, oh, I'm so excited I get to do this. And I'm learning so much, right? So there's so many positive ways that you can turn things around. And the field makes it so much easier because when you're just connected with the field, the positive messages naturally come in. And it's not like you have to force yourself. like, I don't have to think, oh, I'm excited when I'm actually not feeling excited. When I go in the field, like mom says, oh, it's going to be okay. I can actually feel that and believe that, right? Amy mentioned, when I feel stressed, I do my gratitude and forgiveness practice. Exercise helps too. Wonderful. Yes, definitely. These are really wonderful and research-based as well. You know, gratitude has a lot of research and they link it with so many, it correlates to so many things, you know, happiness, health, even better finances. And gratitude, they found it does help to balance the brain too. We believe is, and one of the 10 Tao qualities is greatest forgiveness. I mean, greatest gratitude, right? So that message carries high frequency vibration and light. So that can be a wonderful stress shield, and forgiveness as well, because forgiveness brings inner joy, inner peace, and it helps to just clear away the negative messages. And Brittany shared the flyer. So thank you, Brittany. She had provided us with this wonderful service opportunity. So it is this Saturday from 11 a.m. to noon, and there's that information there for those of you who would like to join. And for those of you who would like to continue to serve or take the next steps on your stress management or your wellness journey, because sometimes some of the group things that we might do is wonderful and some you may feel some benefits, but sometimes we might be carrying certain messages and blockages that you might need a bit of a more personalized guidance as to what is helpful, right? And because everyone's prescription may not be exactly alike. There's some that we all can benefit from, but some of us might need a bit more support in an area first or build, um, you know, a plan. So we do provide, consultations, specialized wellness programs that you can spend more time. And you also get the opportunity to receive uh, blessings, or what we would say, it's like this light infused, transmission that really helps to clear out, and release a negative shen qi jing to more positive, and we have a form that you can fill out. Just, we usually do to see if it's right for you. You can fill out the intake form and we can give you, that feedback to see what you can do to get started. So the information is there in the Zoom chat. And our general evaluation form. So one of the ways that really benefit us, so I thank all of you who have been sharing on the chat, or even if people want to maybe unmute and share, these are ways that we get an opportunity to improve and serve and to see if what we're sharing is helpful for you. And also you can get an opportunity to share if there's any topics that you want or that you're interested in, and we can perhaps, tailor some of our wellness evenings on that topic. Dr. Gina has done that for us, and I'm just really grateful. Jeremy, my mom, and myself can also do that as well. We all have like our areas that we kind of, areas that we are more experienced in. So, allow us to serve. And my mother has her monthly wellness workshop this coming Monday and Tuesday morning from 8 to 9 a.m. Hawaii time. And she really spends a lot of time and effort to really make it fun, entertaining, and interactive, and it has some wonderful bits of wisdom. So I hope that you can join. If you cannot join live, the recordings will be available, and it's a very, very nominal honoring for that. So please feel free to, please contact us if you need information. I'm not sure if the link is posted, Brittany, for that one. But if you go to our Satori Family Wellness website, that should be posted there, and you can get to that link through that. So wonderful. So if anyone else wanted to share or any other questions, as it comes up to the hour. Okay. Let me just stop. So I just wanted to thank all of you again for joining this wellness. Each one of your presence is so valuable and a great service to each of us as we increase the field. And I just wanted to say my thank yous to all.